Tunes aren't you good? All right. Company, attention. Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? You just me, your boy, Trade the Commish. I got the People's Coast. CC, he's in the building. Today, not too well, we a couple of weeks after this Super Bowl. Of course, like I said, we not done. Special occasion popped up. The All-Star Weekend just happened this past weekend, in which we finna talk about, you know what I'm saying, all things NBA, but starting off, kicking it off for the most part this week with this All-Star Weekend. So, of course, tap in so we can see. CC, what's good, my brother? What's going on with you, man?
Man, you know me, I like to jump right into it. So I'm going to go on hit you. All-Star Weekend, man. What we doing?
ASG.
What we doing? See?
So you know who you sound like to me? You sound like Draymond Green. So over the course of this weekend, I've been hearing so much. So Draymond Green, of course, of those that know, he also has a media persona, as well as he's the forward / center for the Golden State Warriors. And Draymond has been so critical of the All-Star game. He's been critical of the NBA as well. We're going to talk about that. But starting off with this NBA tip and having to focus on there, he is so critical of the NBA. Even last night on air, he was talking about it. He's like, what are we doing? So those exact words in which you just uttered is the exact words in which Draymond said.
I ain't see Draymond clip, but I like to tell you.
What are we doing was Draymond's words.
But what, man, look. He know what I'm saying, evidently. Man, you ain't never had to change your product. You had a good product for how many years? And now you reaching and desperate and doing all this other stuff. Man, what we doing? We doing everything except saying to the players, the ones that got all the money in their pocket, the $50 million people, play. All you got to do is play. Play on both ends, though. Play. D somebody up. Get somebody wait. Play. Yo, we came to see you. As people, we came to see you perform on the highest level. Man, why we gotta beg you to play? Just play. Do what you get paid to do. Play. Do what you say you love to do. Play. Man, why is it so hard for the NBA player to get out there and play?
So when you look at it, like
LeBron pulls out at the last minute.
And that's it. So you don't think LeBron legitly? I was about to say
respect. All the mileage on his body, respect, no problem. But what I'm saying is, last minute though.
So you
give somebody else a shot to get in that spot, LeBron.
So you don't think legitly that LeBron had an injury in which?
Yeah, but why you wait so late till nobody can get your spot? Like, come on, say that and get somebody your spot, man. Come on, man. It's about passing it on and seeing people, man. That's not a good look for LeBron right there. There's like a little shade thrown at, can't nobody take my spot. Like, what we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, is that not Trey?
So, I don't know. So, when I look at it, right, and one of the things I wanted to sit up and speak on it, which some of you were saying, like, hearing one of the things in which Draymond was talking about last night was he was pointing out, he said that this is not it. He felt like it was a slap in the face. One, he talked about the fact of the NBA, I mean the Shooting Stars champions, the Rising Stars champions, them being thrusted into the same atmosphere or the same space as the All-Stars who have earned that title in that role. He felt a certain type of way about that. Taking consideration, he also looked at it with the breakdown of the X amount of games of the teams. He felt like it broke it down to where they weren't able to shine. He's like, you're no longer going to have the Kobe moments or the Steph hitting 10, 15 threes in a game. He's like, that's all eliminated now. And he's like, what are we doing? So that was one of the
y'all
things.
Disrespected it last year, Draymond, with the 200 to whatever, man. Come on, man. Play some defense. You got to change something. They hoping that y'all will play. That's what they hoping, Draymond. They hoping that the players will play. If we go to 40, they gonna tighten up. They gonna button up. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a showdown.
Which was funny, right? Because the All-Stars is the one that took the OGs to the brink. Like the All-Stars challenged the OGs, in which Dame Lillard came and said that was the main thing to get. He's like, we wasn't gonna come in and be beat by them, so we got them out of there. And then, but then, like you said, the what you would have thought would have been a good game because the Nationals, I mean the international teams, Chuck's team basically came and showed out Wemby, but then it's like they laid a goose egg against the shooting of the OGs.
They didn't care, man. See, that's what I'm saying. NBA, find a way to go back to having the players play.
What do you think that looks like, though? How do you think? I think we don't have that anymore. The people that we talk
you gotta
about,
just.
Kobe's,
I think each owner just gotta go to their players and say, "Come on, man." You know what I'm saying? Put on a better product than this. As long as the ownerships allow this shit, that's what you're gonna get.
So you think?
That's what you're gonna get.
So you honestly think that the players are going to just listen to the owners at this point, or do you think they need to be more incentivized? Like, where do you?
What incentives can you give them when you gave them 50 guaranteed? What incentives can you give? You got no more incentives. You got no more leverage. That's what basketball is. You got no more leverage against the players to make them play. And if you say anything, then they slaves or they this, that, or whatever. So as an owner, you trapped. Like, let's just face it. That's where basketball has went. And I'm sorry, it's went that way on Silver's watch. Stern was Stern. We had some rules. We had some principles. They came out, they played, baby. So Silver is a little bit softer than Stern, man. Let's just keep it real. He's ruined the game. How much more globalization can you do? You got the best global players in the world right here in the NBA. What more globalization can you do? Now, the American player, you got to step back up. The challenge is on you. Yeah, you hit the lotto. Yeah, you 1 through 10. Yeah, you paid. Yeah, you this, that, whatever. But, man, don't you want to represent? Don't you want to be the best? None of these dudes want to be the best. That's what I've seen. None of them want to be the best. Except the ones that have been the best, right? The Stephs, the LeBrons. That's why they still repping the Stephs and the LeBrons, and they ain't talking about the Anthony Edwards and the Brunsons and all these people that we should be talking about, Trey. We should be looking at the game. SGA, he's balling, but does he want it? Does he want to be a champion? We don't know yet. We saw Anthony Edwards last year fold when it came time to be that man. Oh, you a dog all the way up until it's time to be that dog. And they didn't have nobody to guard you on the Mavericks. Nobody can guard you on the Mavericks. Name one player on the Mavericks that could guard you for real, son. Like, for real. That's what I'm saying. They don't want it. They get to a certain point, and they there.
So do you think, and this is specifically to the actual games, the Sunday night games, do you think it made it, because there was a good amount of people missing. Luka wasn't there. Anthony Edwards wasn't there. Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't there. AD wasn't there. So LeBron wasn't there. Do you think there would have been a different outcome had those players been playing as opposed to? You think
I think it would have been more I think it would have been more competitive. Like, it's no disrespect to the people that played in the game.
That replaced
because I still felt like it could have been more competitive. I felt like the international team could have did more on the defensive end to stay in that game, to make it a game, right?
With 3 7-footers.
But you ain't see no steals. You ain't see no. I mean, I'm saying, switch your lineups. Do whatever you could do. Like, yo, if you're really trying to win, even the coaches on the side, Chuck and all, man, they don't care.
Because even
like the last hoorah or something, man.
Taking that in consideration, that means internationally there wasn't no Giannis Antetokounmpo, nor was it even Luka. That probably could have been a formidable team with a Giannis and a Luka.
They were still a formidable team last night with what they had.
Respect. You right. You right. You are right. Yeah.
They could have put forth a better effort. It's like they just wanted to stand around and jack threes. Nobody want to show you. Nobody want to show you no skill level no more.
Or they showed it all during the semifinals.
Like nobody want to get you one-on-one, take you to the hall. I mean, you know what I'm saying? None of that no more. None of that. I shook you and shoot. Now it's all up, step back, three, with a hand in your face or not. You're throwing it up high enough to where it's either a brick or it's going in. Like it's no mystery no more to the basketball player. Like, damn, is he gonna go left? Is he gonna take it all the way? What is he gonna do? Like, yo, it's no Magic Johnson, no look passes no more. The no look passes are choreographed now. Like seriously, it's none of that it's no spontaneity. It's no nothing. Man, I'm disappointed in the players right now. I am. It's all about the players, man. Y'all are so gifted. We seen y'all could do it because we see you do it when you feel like it. Why not do it more? Especially on a night like All-Star Weekend when people pay their money, fly in, come in to see this extravaganza. It's supposed to be an extravaganza. It's supposed to be a show.
So it's true in that you're right. So do you think the four teams is a breakdown? Like let's say you remove the rising stars to what Draymond was talking about and add an additional 8 more slots for the NBA for the All-Stars. Do you think it's good to keep that format, or do you prefer
go back to the best 12 from the East against the best 12? See, that's what it's supposed to be about, the competition. I want the best from the West and the best from the East, since this is the way that it's designed to win this championship. I want the best from the West versus the best from the East. I don't care where they came from. As long as you the best on that roster against the best on that roster, that's what you got to get back to and compete. My best against your best. Let's go. For real. That's what's missing, Trey. It's simple.
Is this keeping it the best of like the best 12 regardless of with the pick, or are you going still East versus West?
You going East versus West. None of this I pick my people. No. The best. Look here. When they go for the championship, it's going to be the West versus the East. So the best from the West versus the East. Let's go get it. Jump ball. Like, why would you change that? I want the best. Now, don't get me wrong. When we say the best, we know that's a little skewed because the first 5, the first 10 are going to be picked by the people. We get that. People going to have an influence on picking the popular players. But outside of that,
the last 7.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Man, you didn't have to do all that. A decade ago, we didn't have to do this right here for the NBA. Even 10 years ago, you didn't have to be this desperate. 10 years ago, we was talking about how sorry the dunk contest had fell off. We wasn't talking about the game itself, but now the game that fell off. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? 10 years ago, we was talking about, the dunk contest and the three-point contest ain't nothing.
Uh-huh.
Now those things.
Oh, the three-point contest is always, if you think about it, the 3-point contest has always been what it is. But I mean,
not always, man.
You don't think so?
We suffered through some years. We suffered through some 19 points years. We suffered through some 20 point. Nah, them wasn't good years, Trey.
So I mean, think about it. If you look at it, it has been Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, like these are, saying Dame Lillard, like these are shooters that we have known to be there. Now, some of their people that they played against might have been definitely the slam dunk was trash for a hot second, but the 3-point kind of has been that, like what I'm saying. And let's go there next.
The slam dunk contest still trash.
No, bro. No. So okay. You know what?
The only difference is this little white kid that won 3 years in a row. McClung, who's not even an NBA. That's embarrassing. You make $50 million. You make $50 million and you can't dunk this kid. And all he's doing is jumping over somebody's head with a ball every time. You can't be more creative than that. You can't recreate Vince Carter with one arm in the rim, 2 arms in the rim, something. You can't. This kid done won 3 years in a row doing the same thing, jumping over somebody's head, jumping over something.
But I mean, so and we finna go there as Don's typing trash versus West.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go back to the traditional because this is garbage.
So,
man, but let's keep it real.
So let's go back. Let's touch on some of these things like you was just talking about in reference to the dunk contest. So one in 2 or 3 years in which Mac McClung was in the NBA, was in the dunk contest, he was on a roster. Oh, well, correction. 1 year he was on the Philadelphia 76ers roster. This year he's a two-way player, which means he's on the Oakland the Orlando Magic's roster. So he's an NBA player. He's
a G League player.
He was a G League.
They only put him in so he could be in the dunk contest. So he's not a G League player because he's embarrassing the NBA player. He's embarrassing the dudes with the money. That's why they put him on a roster, because he's embarrassing the dudes with the money.
And let's go back to what you were just saying, right? Like, okay, he does the same dunk for the most part. But what his dunk is showing difficulty. Like, basically, when you look at it, the dude is he's jumping. He's shorter than anyone in the contest.
I didn't say he wasn't great.
And he's jumping higher than any of them. Like, all right, keep it 100. Blake Griffin's jump over the car or Mac McClung's jump over the car?
Let's keep it 100.
Which one was better?
Blake Griffin jumping over the car the same night that Mac McClung jumped over the car. Who winning? Stop it.
Stop. But who? You know who winning? Mac McClung.
Go back. Go back.
Mac McClung's winning.
Since you asked that question.
Mac McClung's
same
winning.
Night.
Mac McClung's winning.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He hit the side of the car. Blake Griffin cleared it. This dude hit the side of the car and almost broke his neck. He flipped when he hit the side of the car. See, nobody mentioning that he hit the side of the car.
When Blake Griffin jumped and dunked over the car, he jumped forward.
He didn't hit the car.
But because he's leaning forward, the first thing he got to is the rim before he even.
But he didn't hit the car. It don't matter. This dude got the rim and got the car. Like
Mac McClung literally jumped over the car. Blake Griffin
sad. That's a 50
over the car.
That's sad. That's a 50 that this dude clipped the side of the car. Hey, in gymnastics, points would have been taken away for the landing, baby. He didn't stick the landing. Now you got to get me into my Dickie V bag, right? You got to get me to go to Dickie Mattel. Like, look, baby, no. He clipped the car.
So he clipped the car, but he clipped the car because he jumped. He literally.
It was still great.
He jumped over the car. Like,
it was amazing. He jumped over the.
Yeah, he jumped over the car. Like, I mean,
he jumped over and grabbed the ball. I don't. Dude.
Basically, I mean, because what I look at it as is the degree of difficulty was, like you said, he jumped and grabbed the ball while elevating over the car. Blake Griffin took the ball and caught the dunk like he dunked. Like, to me, I see McClung jumped over the car.
Okay.
Blake dunked over the car.
So my McClung's dunk to me was the one where he touched the rim with the ball. That
kissed the rim.
Man, you got to see that
in slow motion. And he knew it because when he dunked it, he stood up and was like, "Run it back."
No, man, that was him. Yeah, that.
That
was better than a jump over the car, man. Like I said, if he wouldn't have clipped the car for me, that's just for me. If he wouldn't have clipped the car, it would have been great.
I believe that he did earn all 4 perfect dunks. However,
he did. He earned all.
However,
compared to the rest, yeah.
I personally wasn't feeling.
And he finished every one the first time.
Huh? Yeah, he did it all
every dunk the first time.
Because if what's his name would have did that dunk when he tried to bounce through his legs and catch it with the hand, if he could have pulled that off the first time, that was a pretty nice dunk.
Oh, the whatever his name was.
Yeah. So
man, I thought he was gonna rock it, and then he gave up.
He had
so much time that he could have tried it one more time. I was like, he gave up. The young man gave up.
He gave up. So he had some good dunk ideas because even his second dunk was pretty good.
Man, if he did that,
But ideally, like you said, Castle and McClung, I figured was going to be it to begin with. I just didn't know McClung was going to landslide it. But when I look at the 4 dunks in which Mac McClung
if that was Ja Morant, if Ja Morant was Castle, we ain't even talking about Mac McClung today. I'm just saying, man. It goes by the name, man. If you haven't understood, popularity means everything. Put some of your popular people in the dunk contest. We need some of these popular stars to get back in it.
What I caught of, and I set up and posted it on my page and seen it, where Ja Morant supposedly, and because of course we know we're in the day and age of where Twitter people are able to. I didn't get a chance to go actually check. I jumped out there and reposted it. I didn't go check and see if it was actually on Ja Morant's page, but supposedly Ja Morant called out Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine and said, "What's up with the 3 of them going and dethroning McClung next year?"
But they need to.
I don't. Do you think they got enough in them to outdo McClung? Because
I don't know, man. You wait too late, right? You only got a prime so long. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's So McClung, and I think Aaron Gordon and LaVine might be past that time. I don't know, but what we know is for a fact McClung got bunnies. The guy could jump, and he's been doing that since he's been playing above the rim since high school when he used to catch bodies in high school. So I don't know if they would be the ones if they can. I mean, I like to see it if it can be, because in my opinion, before the Aaron Gordon and the Zach LaVine showdown, the best the best slam dunk contest I had seen was Vince's 2020 Bay Area contest. But then after that, it went to after that it moved on, and that Gordon LaVine dunk off was pretty nice. Even the LaVine dunk off the next year, in which Aaron Gordon was robbed the following year by Dwayne Wade, going with his home with the guy from the Miami Heat. He was robbed. Even that after the fact, you know what I'm saying, that was a pretty good one. But
man, Lil Nate Robinson, man, I seen a lot of shows from Spud Webb to the Lil Nate Robinson to, man, I seen, but they fell off for a minute because nobody was coming with original stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody was coming. Like McClung just showed you that you can do the same thing and be original with it so many times. You can be creative with this.
But he can be true enough.
He dunked 2 balls, man. Hold up.
Yeah, that was the wackest in my opinion. Like the dunk
the ladder and all.
That was whack in my opinion.
It was better than anything that anybody from the NBA itself came with. I mean, that's what sucked. It was some whack stuff. That's what I'm saying. It was whack, but it was great because it was better. It was a 50 compared to what these NBA dog. You a draft pick, you a lottery pick, and that's the best you can do. I know you're lying. You know what I'm saying? I know you're lying. Where's the effort? All I'm saying is, where's the effort? I know you're lying.
Yeah, I mean, that's sometimes,
man, because we seen y'all, man. We grew up on this. That's why you think we into it. Die-hard fans, we into it because we grew up on. So we know the difference. Then when you trying and when you not, please give us some effort.
What do you think about
give us some effort?
What you think about the 3-point shootout? Tyler Hero.
You know what? I thought Buddy Hield was gonna run away with it.
He came out.
I learned that Buddy Hield is streaky, and your guy, who I don't really even like that much, Tyler Hero, ends up, man, and he can't even shoot that great. Especially
he has a slow release. He shoots. I thought that was going to be problematic for him,
especially in meaningful games. Like, he don't show up in meaningful games. This dude has never showed up. So, yeah, like, well, I'm not a huge fan of Hero, but
remember. So going back to what you were saying, as we get ready to cross over into now, saying we about to get to the nitty gritty, and so remember, Tyler Hero was supposed to be the Robin to Jimmy Butler's Batman, and
that's why they weren't successful.
Because Tyler, but you gotta think Tyler
Hero was hurt a lot
and he was young too. Like he was like, saying those years he was there, but it's like he was young. They wasn't ready.
Hey, look, Derek Fisher was a rookie. 3 in your eye. Sam Cassell was a rookie. Oh, crossover scoop. Oh. No excuses. Robert Horry was a rookie. Robert Horry won his first one as a rookie. I don't want to hear no excuses. You're a role player, you this, that, whatever, man. Like, either you got it or you don't, man. You seen some have it, you seen some don't. Like, Tyler Hero wasn't that dude. Like, as far as what they needed in Miami, man, let's just keep it real. He wasn't that. And I knew it all along that Jimmy Buckets is on the team now. Somebody else can get buckets. Do you feel me? That's scary. In the playoffs, that's going to be a scary. You better hope they don't make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Like Golden State don't make the playoffs?
You better hope they just a play-in team and they get beat in the play-in game, because anything can happen in one game. You better hope they off their game in a play-in game. Because if they get in, Trey, woo, what they sitting at 7 or 8 right now in the play-in spots, man, if they get in right now, you don't want them problems.
I don't think
Draymond and Jimmy Butler are going to drag you on defense, though. Woo! Man.
I don't know if they got enough, though. That's not enough.
That's enough. That's enough to D you up and for Steph to be victorious with a 3 or 2 in the end of a game. That's enough to lock you down defensively and make you struggle to put the ball in the bucket on the other end, and we just need to scrap for points. Man, that's scary. That's scary. You seen it with Miami. That defense that Butler played is contagious. He had dudes playing out of their mind that didn't even know they could play defense that way. Bam Adebayo, all them dudes, man, they was jacked up. So imagine what he gonna do already with some champions. Dude, all we gotta do is bring a few people up. We ain't gotta bring everybody up. We just gotta bring a few up. Man, that's gonna be scary in the playoffs, people. That's the scary look.
So currently, the Golden State Warriors are actually at the 10 spot right now, sitting. It's 3.5 games out of the 6th spot. With Minnesota, the Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Sacramento Kings are up ahead of them, which everyone changed. Of course, you got in trouble of them. You have the San Antonio Spurs and the Phoenix Suns back in 11 and 12 respectively. So I don't know, bro. Man,
it's gonna be locked down, man. Look,
yeah, it'll be a fight. It's gonna be a fight.
Look, if I can get you to stay around the 100 mark. See, nowadays I can't get you to stay around the 90-something mark. But if I can get you to stay around the 100 and some, the 100 mark, you don't think Steph gonna beat you 105 to 101, 102, or whatever? Steph gonna beat you. He gonna figure out a way. See, Jimmy Butler, I think he understand that. His role ain't to be the hero. His role ain't to save the team. His team is to come and compliment the hero. You already got Batman now. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got to be Robin to his Batman. I got to just be my superhero. What's them cartoons, whatever them animated movies where they put them all together, everybody together? In one movie?
The not Justice League or
this is Superman and Batman and Aquaman and everybody in one arena. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And my challenge is, are they too old?
I don't think Steph, Jimmy,
are they too old?
And well, I ain't gonna say they're too old. I just think that they might not. They might need a little more. Like, especially from that.
But you got a little more around them. They go watch the game of the young people around them when they get to see Jimmy Butler on their team in the playoff atmosphere.
You just said Buddy Hield is streaky, right?
Right. Streaky.
They got was it Podziemski?
But Podziemski gonna bring his game regardless. He fearless. So all I'm saying is that you take that fearlessness and add some confidence with it. Man, watch. You don't want to see the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. Same way you don't want to see the Detroit Pistons right now. If they turn it on the gas, man. Certain things that's looking too good for certain teams, right? But not all teams. Like I thought Dallas won that trade. Luka, man, they might be in trouble. They might not even make the playoffs considering all the injuries. Yeah, I see all those memes of Anthony Davis as Mr. Glass. I'm starting to believe it, dog. Like, man. man, you get hurt. They breathe on you wrong. You hurt. I don't know.
So currently, when you look at the NBA, now that the All-Star weekend has passed, which means that was the middle point of the weekend, you currently have the Cleveland Cavaliers heading the league. Well, they're tied technically with Oklahoma City Thunder for the best record overall, both at 44-10. In which you have the Cavaliers are basically the 1 seed currently at 44-10, followed by the Boston Celtics, who are 5.5 games behind them. New York Knicks bring up to the 3 seed, the Indiana Pacers at the 4, the Milwaukee Bucks at 5, a surprising Detroit Pistons, a complete turnaround from last year, currently in the playoffs right now at the 6 seed. And then if the teams are looking at a potential play-in, the Orlando Magic at 7, at 8, the Atlanta Hawks, at 9, the Miami Heat, still in the hunt for the most part without Jimmy Butler, and at 10, the Chicago Bulls. On the flip side of that, in Oklahoma, on the West Coast, the Oklahoma City Thunder are at the 1 seed with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies just 8 games behind them. The Denver Nuggets at the 3 seed, the Houston Rockets, as we've seen, that has been a team which I have been fearful of for a while because I see they was getting younger, and of course with Coach Udoka that's there. They're at 4, the Los Angeles Lakers at 5, the Los Angeles Clippers at 6, and then the play-in teams that stated before, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks at 8, 9, the Sacramento Kings, and 10, the Golden State Warriors. When you look at that, so when you look at those teams, right? Do you see any dark horses potentially to come in and crash the party to get in that top 8? That's going to be problematic. I think you mentioned Golden State before. Who would you see? Say another, any others are out there?
None really.
None.
I think Golden State will probably be it from the bottom that could take the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. But I do think that the Orlando Magic, right? Like, I like them. I can't believe they are where they are, right? I can't believe the Dallas Mavericks are where they are, right? Like, you can't, like, yo, last year you was championship. Now, do you see where you are? And the Sacramento Kings, I'm the most disappointed in. You traded De'Aaron Fox for nothing. Nothing. You just gave San Antonio a chance to crack that top 10. In my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. So don't be surprised if San Antonio come up and if Wemby get in there in a playoff situation where the game slow down, this guy gotta be 5 to 7 blocks a night in a playoff situation, man, where everything is funneled toward running them off the 3-point line, and you know what I'm saying? The game's getting close and it slow down, man. You don't want Wemby in there. So it's like, it's some opportunities for some teams. I'm disappointed. You know who name you didn't say? Philadelphia. Where's Philadelphia?
Philadelphia is in currently at 11. Where's
Philadelphia?
1 point.
Not in the picture.
Well, they're 1.5 games. They're 1.5 games out of the
in the picture.
Yeah.
With the future in front of them. When is Tyrese Maxey just gonna take over and say, I'm not gonna have Joel Embiid. I'm not gonna have Paul George. I'm not gonna have nothing. This is my team. When he gonna say that fully? That's the reason why. That's the reason why they're struggling. Is that Maxey won't take over the team?
So do you think? But so do you fault the player for that, or do you fault the organization? Or
I fault the player for it because I'm on the court. It's my team now. Joel ain't here. So what I'm waiting on him for? Why I'm playing like I need him? If I need 40 tonight, I'm gonna go get 40 tonight. Whatever I need. If you feel what I'm saying? See, none of them have that. You know what? You can have the Black Mamba mentality, but none of them got that MJ mentality. That's why they're not better than MJ. Whatever my team needs tonight, that's what I'm gonna give you. If you need 50, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna do it just to make ESPN highlights. My team needs this, and we winning games. You know, we got a point to this. Like, yo, I'm giving everything I got. We've yet to see that from Maxey, man. It's like, hey, I'm waiting on Embiid. What you waiting on? If Shaq would have hurt himself, you think Kobe would have waited? Let's just be real. Like, let's just keep it real.
So it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, right? So another thing, like I said, we was gonna spin the block and talk about Draymond Green some more. Draymond was on. I think he was on one of the ESPN shows in which Draymond came out and said that the NBA is boring. Right? He said it's boring. And he said one of the reasons it's boring is because he is like everyone shoots three. It's become a perimeter game now. There's no one that bangs low anymore when they get down and get dirty and get grimy and get it in. And so he said that that's some of the problem. That's some of the problematic. But he said additionally, he is like what also has happened is everyone's on the same playing field. He was talking and discussing, saying he felt as though that a rookie should not be able to look to the referee and get certain calls. And so he basically said that people like Michael Jordan and stuff like that earned the right to sit up and get certain calls. He's like a rookie he's like he heard at one point when a rookie looked at a referee and looked at him like he should get the call, and he said the rookie is like, "Yo, ref, what's up? Can I get that?" He said the referee said, "Who are you?" So he's like, there should be. He's like, he felt as though the physicality has been taken from the game, which has removed the human echelon of the game, in which now is making it boring. Do you agree with that? Should there be a situation to where if you're not on a certain level that you shouldn't get certain calls?
Man, that was always the thing. What was that Meek Mill song? It's certain levels to this. Man, that's always been a case. We always knew that was true. Veterans got certain calls that rookies didn't get called at certain points of the game, at certain things. Man, that was always a part of it. Certain people earn the right to man, come on, stop it. You knew there was always an unwritten rule in the NBA. So all this talk about, stop it. That was an unwritten rule, and you know that's the way it went sometimes.
Well, we know that's how it was down because we talked about that when that was one of the problems.
It was an unwritten rule. It was a respect thing. And I do think that hurts the game. I think that hurts the game.
What?
Because Rook, you gotta earn this back. Now they all crying. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now they all throw their heads on that Reggie Miller stuff. Remember, I used to hate River. This is why I didn't like Reggie Miller. Not because he couldn't ball, but because the overacting of the fouls. Now all of them do it.
But that's why they put it into it. That's why James Harden.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that overacted Vlade Divac. The big flop.
The flopping, yeah.
Dude.
So the leg cook out in the flop, yeah, they're done with that.
I mean, I'm just saying. And now everybody gets the crowd wolf. Man, they don't even shoot the ball. I remember when dudes used to try to make the 3-point play. Now I see Brunson just throw his hands in the air. Oh, he got the foul. I ain't trying to make the shot no more. For real. Screaming like somebody shot him. Screaming like
everything is evolutionary, evidently, but I just can't get down with that. What Draymond was saying, and that's what he basically was saying. That let's go back to the old way. Let's go back to the old way of how things was done.
No, and the physicality is in which he's talking about. I feel like you could still be more physical than what you are right now in a game. The way we watching the NBA, man, I saw the Shaq and the Fool thing. I'm not gonna even lie. The dude was 7 to 8 feet away from the guy. And the guy was getting ready to shoot the three. And the dude, he don't even put his hands up, but he jumped up. I said, man, see that robotic stuff right there? That's all the Shaq and the Fool thing, where the dude was shooting the three, and the dude was like 8 feet away, and then he just bounced up. He don't throw his hands up. Man, that's where the game at. It's like, you got to somehow the players got to get it that, man, I'm going to go after this. Look here. Things take trend. Kevin Garnett said this one time, man, the ref's going to call the game to how physical you are. So if you get up on them and you bumping and you get a foul early, you might get 2 fouls early. They ain't going to keep blowing the whistle on you if you're a star. You know they ain't trying to throw you out the game. So get physical, but it start with the stars. You know what I'm saying?
I guess it depends on the official because I'm hitting everybody. What's fair is fair.
No, it depends on – no, man, stop it. Come on, man. What was that official that went after Tim Duncan all the time, man? That wasn't even fair. And Tim still found a way to win championships and stuff despite being hated by that ref. Dude, that ref hated him. Called bad calls all the time. phantom fouls, technical fouls. Tim don't even say nothing. He getting technical fouls. Like, what was that referee? And then Chris Paul had something with a referee or two in his lifetime where they going back. Man, come on, man. That's a part of the game. These refs don't like you. They call some shady calls sometimes on you if they don't like you. like for real. So how can you say it's fair when we seen the evidence that sometimes they don't like you? You know what I'm saying?
From a me standpoint, that would be straight out.
Man, stop it. We want everything to be fair, but come on. That's a part of the fairness is that sometimes the referees are extreme. Like it's like that umpire that calls low strikes, and then that one that calls high strikes. You know, it's pick your poison. It's like, hey, he let him throw the ball at my shoestrings, and that's a strike. And then this one, he let it throw it at my neck. Hey.
So
happens, right? You gotta adjust.
Hey, what's going on, Irma? Hope you're having a good evening. So one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing is this documentary in reference to the kids that beat Team USA, in which they shut the scoreboard off and they shut everything down and basically try to say that it didn't happen. I'm looking forward to seeing that documentary when it pops off. Of course, that team, I know Grant Hill was on that team, I believe. I'm here for it. I'm ready to see it.
Hold on. What Team USA we talking about?
The Dream Team.
Oh man,
remember the college?
Y'all talking about this one little practice where
supposedly it was the practice game in which set the Dream Team back on the right course.
Man, they can say whatever they want to say. See, that's what I'm saying. The NBA is so desperate for stuff, man. Y'all don't even see that y'all got so many potential stars and young stars in y'all league that y'all could be promoting them, but y'all still talking about this junk. Come on, stop it. The Dream Team was how long ago? We don't, man. Come on, man. Tell me about your players right now, what they doing right now to improve the game right now. We know what happened back then.
Ask me this question, right? In your opinion, because we only a couple. Technically, we might be the next NBA Olympic Games away from no longer having the likes of Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Do you think Team USA is in good hands with the next crop of players?
No, because it depends on who go and how much they care, man. Right now, we're at the mercy of the new generation of players and whether or not they want to turn it on or not. And it's sad to say it's not just basketball. It's every sport. Whether they want to turn it on or not. Whether they want to give us a show, whether they want to perform or not. We at their mercy. Like, it's like, how much does it mean to you? See, different stuff. The reason why I'm so passionate about it meant different stuff to us. I serve my country, so don't tell me that it ain't an honor to represent your country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, So yeah, I get a little peeve when it's like, yo, yeah, you gonna laugh at our expense or you gonna take it easy at our. No, dog, go all out. For real. Like when they get back to going all out, that's the difference. I mean, I'm just saying, like, take a little bit of pride, put a little bit of pride back into the game, man, and it'll be great. But until then, no, we're not in good hands because we see they don't want it, man. Like they don't want it like they used to want it, right? And nothing we can do about that. We at the mercy.
I just think it's more so from a talent standpoint. You think is good? We up or no?
Man, we got a lot of talent.
It's just they don't want. You think it's the mentality that's going to be lacking.
Man, so you mean to tell me that we fell off so far from Vince Carter jumping over this dude's head in the Olympics? We fell off that far.
Yo, I mean, no.
You know what's embarrassing? Let me tell you what's embarrassing in America. I don't even play basketball. I can't even jump that high. I'm 5'8". All I can say is this. If I can jump over your head, I'm jumping over your head as many times as possible. You know how demoralizing that would have to be for me to keep going. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, break the other person's will. It's about competition. Break the other person's will. It's more, man, do you not know if they go to the hole, stop shooting these threes, they don't stand a chance if we go to the hole. They don't stand a chance if you play the game. None whatsoever. See, the older people knew that. That's why the slam dunk was important, people. Daryl Dawkins slammed so hard he tore the rim down. Shaq slammed so hard he tore the rim down. You think you want to stand under that? Do you want to stand under the rim when Shaq finna tear it down? Do you want to stand under the rim when Pippen boomed on Patrick Ewing in the playoff? Oh, woo, boy, does you know? And then stood over and pumped his chest. Man, do you not understand? It's about taking the other person's will. It's competition. It's like if we playing spades, I want to destroy you. If we, for real, like that's what it's about. It's about taking. And people don't want to say that because I guess it's a sensitive world now. But that's what's missing in basketball is that willingness to want. Kobe wanted to take your will. That's why he was so good for so long. He wanted to take your will. Kevin Garnett wanted your heart, man. That's why he talked so much noise and talked you out your game and got in your head. You hear all the Kevin Garnett stories about how he talked and how he got in people's heads and made them. Yo, that's what they wanted. Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, yo, you can look it up. They have a thing where they admit that they took a young LeBron James heart, man. They took his will and they knew it. And they knew it early on in his career, but LeBron was young. I'm not holding it against him. All I'm saying is that you watch that stuff, you talking documentary, you talking all this stuff, watch that stuff, man. They took his will. They took his will to want to play at that moment and in those times, man. You ain't never seen a defeated Michael Jordan? I have. I seen him walking off the court, head hanging low. Like, man, I'm never gonna beat them.
Detroit beat him up, right? After Detroit beat up on them the first time.
Detroit beat him up, early on when he was getting beat up by the Celtics, all that different stuff. Man, that stuff hurt. But you keep coming back. See, that's what I said, that will. You keep coming back and you keep coming back and you come on, man.
So you was just talking about Kobe. Do you think there's any Kobe-esque players left? That mentality, that Mamba mentality. What's the closest? Who do you think is the closest there? I know I would say Anthony Edwards, but you said you feel like he is it that Anthony Edwards gave up or he ran out of gas because
I think Anthony Edwards right now. Maybe he played. I don't know. Maybe he thought the T-Wolves would be higher than what they are because he came in on some Tiger Woods in the middle of my prime. Now I'm going to switch up my golf swing. I don't know what you're doing, Doug. You posterizing dudes taking their heart. Now you just want to fade away. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think he tweaking his game, working on his game in the 82 games. I hope that's what he's doing, and then get it in the playoffs and then take their heart and will like he was doing before. That's my problem. Is that dog, you got to do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, work on your game within your game, but play your game at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's still such a thing. Like, for real, I think Anthony Edwards, man, he was on the cusp. It's like, look at what Giannis is doing this year. Giannis is back to putting up tremendous numbers when he played. SGA, that's the guy. That's what I was going to get to. That guy.
SGA one. That's him. That's it.
Man, do you not, man? Shane, what's his name? Gilgeous Alexander? I can't, that's it.
Yeah,
he balled. That young man balled, but he balling every night, though. How many can say they balling every night? Because he balling every night. De'Aaron Fox was another one that I thought was balling every night. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put restraints on him. You got to sit him down. But he balling every night. And Trey, just to transition a little bit, I want to admit Luka out of Dallas, De'Aaron Fox out of Sacramento. Do these young dudes just have too much ego, too big heads for some of these, like for some of these corporations now that's running these organizations? Like Luka,
I'm hoping Luka.
If Mark Cuban is still majority owner of that team, Luka right there in Dallas, he don't leave.
Yeah, true that. So for Luka, I hope LeBron reins Luka in before he exits the building. and gets him right in mindset. And you're saying, or maybe you're saying, maybe someone like Magic or someone comes talk to Luka, because it's still, saying a Laker, saying way and Laker mentality. And so the closest person to Luka that we have, uh, the closest person to the game of Luka is Magic, right? So you would hope that Magic could come in and speak to him and give him like, hey, bro, take care of your body, get your body right, like and do that. And hopefully LeBron as well depart some stuff on how LeBron has been able to keep along during longevity. Like Luka, LeBron is no Luka. You know what I'm saying? So, LeBron was great, but Luka has an opportunity to be coming off of just last year, going to the NBA championship. Like that should still be in his blood right now, and he's
It's
in the
not.
right.
It's not. This dude just go through the motions. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, when are they gonna get back to taking this shit, man? Because if I'm Luka, I'm like, I'm going back and win that thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back, whether it's the Celtics or whoever, I'm going back to win it. But he don't have that mentality, man. And that's what 70-something% of the league right now, 80% of the league right now. I'm not sold that Dave Lillard want to win the championship.
And he's out of now, so
to be honest, I'm not sure if that's what he want to do. For real, like it's certain players, man. The question's still out of. I'm not sure if Devin Booker really want to. Devin Booker. How many players is Devin Booker gonna let come in his house and be the man over him before I'm the man on the seat? He always talked about the Mamba mentality. That is not the Mamba mentality. Okay. Not at all. I'm not sharing nothing with you, Kevin Durant. You falling in order. You go catch these 6 dimes that I give you. You go catch these 6 dimes that I give. You feel what I'm saying? If Devin Booker was that guy, this is me, done. He split with Chris Paul and who else was on that team? Aiden and whatever. And now it's Bill. Well, Bill ain't playing. He ain't much of a factor, but it's Durant and Devin Booker. Let him drop, baby. Let him drop. Take over the league. See, he should have been took over. If he was going to take over, he don't want to take over. He don't want it.
So basically, that's what we came here for. Of course, to talk that for the most part. We didn't want to hold y'all too much. The league is ready to start back again on Wednesday. First game, the Lakers are playing against the Charlotte Hornets. Then, of course, we go from there on Thursday night, the 20th, and then they continue on with the get back into it as we now look at the push. Of course, the next time we tap in, we can do some talking about college, especially the women's. I'm ready to get back into the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Out there for the ladies. WNBA about to start to pop off again. So
Connecticut ran over South Carolina yesterday, by the way. Oof.
Yeah. So
two of the greatest coaches I ever seen though was on those sidelines right there, man. Was on the sides, man. Hey, hats off to Don Staley and hats off to Gino Orient, man. So I didn't expect that to be lopsided.
It's definitely a emergence of a different type of game. So we're here for it. We'll talk about it a little in the NBA as well. I mean, of course, NBA talk, but college basketball. We know the March Madness is coming. Is coming down the pipe soon. So that'll be something to speak about it. So we'll basically be tapping with y'all sometime next week to touch on some of this stuff. So greatly appreciate y'all checking in today. We just want to come and bless y'all with a little talk and conversation in reference to what happened.
Man. Forgive me on my rants, people. I'm gonna sign off with this right here. Look, forgive me on my rants, man, but it's a challenge, man. Like, I wouldn't be the people's coach if I don't challenge people all day, every day, and I don't challenge myself all day, every day. That's just the realness of it, man. You got to challenge. Find that inner championship you, people. The inner championship you. That's all I want to see. You know what I'm saying? That'll make the NBA great again if they all just channel into that championship then. Carmelo didn't win none, but he's better than all these. Go figure.
So that's a conversation for next week or later on this week. So we'll tap in with y'all again. Y'all be looking out for us. Y'all, of course, subscribe, hit the likes on any of the YouTube, Facebook, and with First Formation, and you'll be able to catch us every time we come on. We'll holler at y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all. Enjoy your week. This is a Monday. Some of y'all was off. For those who wasn't, y'all got paid today.
President's Day. Obama.
Enjoy y'all weekend. Enjoy the rest of y'all week.